Hey, what's up everyone? We are live with our first post-laddering the top 500 Showdown laddering sesh, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for the time being. I'm going to try to have some fun with national decks. I'm looking forward to it because I think the wider pool of Pokemon means that it's easy to have a lot of fun and try cool new combinations of Pokemon and try some cool stuff out. But also, when I take that weight of trying to get to the top 500 off my back, I can really just relax and just have fun with it. So it should be fun. I probably will go back to laddering a bit more seriously once the DLC comes out. Maybe I'll try to get top 500 with a new account and the new meta. But for now, let's get into it and have some fun. I made a cool team this morning. I thought of this one up. It's Specs Dragonite. Dragonite, always been one of my favorite Pokemon. It's of course a crazy offensive threat. One of the original scary Dragon Dancers. Its ability multi-scale is insane. It's got tons going for it. But it's actually got a slept-on special attack. Same special attack as Dragapult. Arguably a better move pool if you have Rain Up, which we do to aid the accuracy of Thunder and Hurricane. So that'd be great. Stab Hurricane is nothing to sneeze at. So yeah, I think it's arguably a better special attacker than Dragapult under very specific circumstances, mind you. So yeah, I built a bit of a Rain team around it. I have a way more experience building Rain in Gen 7 than I do in National Dex or Gen 8 for that matter. So might be a bit rough. We'll see how it goes. And my opponent forfeits, so it's already going so great. My opponent saw the Swampert and the Pelipper and said, screw this, I'm out of here. Okay, so we're gonna see a crazy looking team from my opponent. I have no clue who's gonna lead first. I want to go with Pelipper as a lead just because at least I can set up some offensive pressure right away. I'm not sure if this one's going to belly drum right away. So I'm going to U-turn out. Starting with your setup sweeper is a pretty common strategy at lower ladder. Maybe I should have suspected it. So I want to go for something that can eat a fairy move or a water type move, but also isn't going to be super threatened by the possible +4 Aqua Jet in the rain now afterwards. So that's tough. Ferrothorn would do it, but I'm not sure if a Power Whip would be able to do it afterwards. Dragonite would be great here, assuming they don't click a fairy move, which is a big assumption to make. Dare I possibly sack this thing right at the gate? Swampert would definitely be great here, but I think actually the Aqua Jet will kill, and I don't think it eats up whatever's next too comfortably. This is tough. I'm gonna go with Dragonite. I assume a fairy move isn't coming out here. I think a belly drum is coming. That's why they would lead with this thing. Yeah, so I should be able to eat up the Aqua Jet pretty comfortably, I think, and my Specs Thunder is going to be very good. No, Thundurus doesn't have Volt Absorb. I'm thinking of its brother Thundurus Therian. So we're going to go with the Thunder, and that's dead. Nice. This is going to do a lot more damage than we expect. I even went crazy and made it modest just to give it that extra oomph. The multi-scale means it's tanky as hell too. Okay, I'm not sure what to expect here. I'm not sure if I'm going to click a Dragon move right at the gate or a Vicious Rend. I do have a Ferrothorn that's max defense, so let's go to it. There's no time like the present. A Vicious Rend, that is a gutsy call by my opponent. Not sure if I want to Stealth Rock or Leech Seed here. I think I'll Leech Seed. Then I can go to my own Dracovish afterwards and have a really great matchup set up. And they have a Quick Claw. You know what? On low ladder, you see hella innovation. Say what you want. So they could switch to an Outrage here. I doubt it. I got that Leech Seed up that'll make my swap in safe on anything that isn't an Outrage. That'd be a crazy play for them to go for. And they're going to go with the Quick Claw Vicious Rend again. I am faster unless this Quick Claw pops off. So I think I'm going to click Vicious Rend. We could Outrage here. It's going to die to one of these two fairy types afterwards, isn't it? Because he wants to click Outrage here. Oh, this is annoying. I'm going to go to Mag on the Dragon move. I'm going to swap around a bit. Just screw with them. No, they Vicious Rend again. They boomed me. Crap. Okay, so it's Quick Claw. Oh, if it wasn't modest, my Dragonite would outspeed it. That's so annoying. Okay, well, Swampert's definitely faster. Enough's enough. For those who only watched me for Gen 8 content, you might not know. Oh god, it's going to get off the fast Vicious Rend. The Quick Claw activates. It's activating most of these turns, isn't it? Well, I was going to say, for those that don't know me, Swampert in the rain is an insane threat. And it's one of the main backbones of this team, especially combined with Pelipper. But now we're in a massive hole thanks to that Quick Claw proccing. I thought they were going to click a Dragon move afterwards on the Magearna. They're acting like they're choice locked, but they really shouldn't be. They're just... See, this is the problem with over-predicting at lower ladder. I think that's a general rule. Over-predicting at lower ladder is a huge trap to get caught in. And I lost two Pokemon. I might lose the game as a result. Those are two very important Pokemon. The Magearna in particular had a lot of great matchups. That's going to be rough. I don't know if my opponent knows that I'm Scarfed. Oh, they're going to be pranked. They're going to miss. Wow, that's... and we get a crit? I don't even know if they would have killed otherwise. So that was a remarkable turn, to say the least, but we'll take it. That's punishing them for their craziness. I think I'm going to go to... Oh, I don't know. It's just kind of a tough turn. This is going to be a tough Pokemon to kill in general. I want to swap in a Barathorn, but I might need that 30% health. But I need this Dragovish's health too. So I'm going to go to Pelipper right now. It's not doing too much. It's going to get rain up for... Uh-oh. I was going to save the Dragovish, but they have Tailwind. Have zero respect for us. I think D-Knight can live one Moonblast with a multi-scale active, and it's definitely going to claim some sort of kill. That didn't do much damage. This is no Spadef, so I definitely live one. And I think this Hurricane claims something. Obviously, it can't go for a Draco Meteor with 2 Fairy types on the field. Thunder's not going to do much, so should be good. Interestingly, all 4 of my Dragonite's moves don't have perfect accuracy. Wow, savage. A savage memento. Now they're probably going to go to Mega Diancie and do what? Probably Mega Diancie and do a Diamond Storm? Oh, they're going to go Circuitry. I wonder if it has an HP Ice. This is a tough turn. I want to go to my Dracovish. And I will. Zap Cannon misses. I don't know if that would have killed, but the Blunderpaw also goes off. And now I think I lose. What's the accuracy on that sucker? So we're already off to a crazy game. I think I lose. Oh, that's a cool tech though. That's pretty cool tech, because if it hits, it's devastating. If it misses, like, yeah, I just set up. Wow. I think I lose. If it's got Dazzling Gleam, what's its stats? Oh my god, I knew it was higher than I remembered, but like that's... What the heck? Okay, I lose. Unless we crit the Power Whip. I think that might win. Nope, doesn't matter. GG to my opponent. That was a wild game. I lost track of what was going on, but that's fine. We'll bounce back. We'll get a couple more quick wins. Gen 7 games, or not Gen 7. This is the next best thing, though. Nat Dex games go by quick, so hopefully we can get a lot in. I'm not sure to expect as my opponent's lead here. Pelipper's good against everyone except for arguably Landorus, but I have so many comfortable swap-ins with Landorus. I set up Rain for free against everything else, though. Maybe Gengar would be fantastic. They are going to go to Gengar first. It could have Thunderbolt. I bet they do. Let's go to Swampert and find out. If they just Shadow Ball, I'm going to look pretty dumb. Wow, I look super dumb and they crit me, which really sucks. I think I have to Earthquake here. Again, I suspect a swap. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. I suspected a swap, but I really couldn't. It's low ladder. I can't afford to underpredict here. You can never really get into these people's heads until they get to a certain tier. That's max defense. Brave Bird's going to kill me. That is a surprise amount of damage. Maybe I should have kept that thing alive. Dracovish is going to claim a life, though. We don't see a Dracovish counter, so this thing in the rain is going to be very, very devastating. I'm not sure if one of these 2 ground types are the Scarfer. Maybe the Gengar was. That wouldn't surprise me terribly. But I should be faster than everything else. Alakazam, actually. What's a Mega Alakazam? I'm guessing that's their... There's going to be a lot of me looking things up in this series of videos. I apologize in advance. I think it should be faster. This kills. It's the rain, dude. I know Clefable's broken, but it's not resisting Dracovish in the rain broken. I should maybe a Landorus. If they go to Landorus, I would expect a swap afterwards. But even then, it's low ladder, so it's hard to judge. You know, this person just went to a Clefable and died. Cool, I guess Game of Thrones theme. I'm not exactly sure. They're gonna go to a Garchomp. It's not the Scarfer. They're sacking their whole team. I'm just doing it to them. I'm doing the Dracovish, and they're gonna sacrifice. They're gonna end the game. So, actually, I was gonna say we're 1-1, but we had that immediate forfeit, didn't we? So we're already positive record. That's exciting. We're gonna see Pavilion. I'm guessing that's gonna be a Quiver Dance set. Not too sure. Pelipper's got a good lead matchup versus 1. Terrible lead matchup. Good. Depends if it carries Thunderbolt. If it's 3 attacks, it's probably Thunderbolt, but otherwise I wouldn't suspect it. Great lead matchup. I would just U-turn to my Dragonite and kill it, so that's fine. Really, when I'm playing rain offense, it's less so choosing a lead matchup and looking for ways to justify Pelipper. This thing could have HP ground, but I'm reckless. We're crazy. I could go to my Dracovish again here, actually. That's exactly what happens, okay. I'm playing so predictably, and it's paying off for my opponent, so... Oh, well. I could go to Mag here. I don't really see a good Dracovish swap in. That's the thing, what can I say? When you team build as good as me, and you throw in Dracovish willy-nilly, it's amazing what can happen. Is it skill, or is it Dracovish? Hard to tell the difference. It's not hard to tell the difference. Starmie comes out. I should be faster than it in the rain. I'm scarfed. And yeah, there's no way it's tanking a Vicious Run in the rain. I feel terrible. What am I doing? What am I doing? It's kind of like I'm having fun and messing around with like my joke team, and then, all right, we've had our fun. Dracovish is coming out to clean up all of a sudden. We're gonna see the any team building gurus out there. The tri type of water, grass, and fire is always a good thing to go off of. Plus fairy and dragon cleaning up the rest, and a fairy that is steel. That'd be some of the best major types covered right there. A flying type, of course. So all the types are represented with some untraditional picks, I guess. But I'd be surprised if it's a HO sort of thing with the Grimmsnarl. I'm seeing Ninetales come out. It's faster than my Pelipper, of course, so it is going to not get its own weather up. That's great. Pelipper will U-turn out. If they stay in, they're crazy. But even then, there's not much offense it can dish out. It's maybe got a fire move, a grass move. It depends if it's defensive or not. Could be going for like some sort of confused. It also gets hypnosis. I'm not sure really what to predict with this Ninetales, but I'm not going to stick around and find out. Hopefully we're not going to immediately sack our stupid Swampert this time. This seems like a good time for Dragonite. Yeah? Yeah? As good as time as any. No one eats this Hurricane. Show me your Hurricane swap-ins. I dare you. The Rocky Helmet suggests to me that's Fizdef. And everyone in the world is going to expect this to be a Fizdef Dragonite, so they should be fearing... I think it's weird. Like, you're already a priority on your moves, dude. A Flatter. But you're boosting my special attack. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Oh, man. Yeah, everyone's expecting a physical attacker Dragonite. So that's half of the advantage of this set, is that people like will swap into like a physically defensive Ferrothorn, take 50% from the Hurricane, and go, crap, now what do I do? They completely caught me. Yep, just like this guy is right here. Special Dragonite FML. Is there a way to put a wink emoji? Where's a wink? Where's a wink? There it is. Nice. Dragon Bolt's gonna show up. I like Meg here no matter what it reveals. Uses a Z move. This is my first Z Dragon Bolt, and we completely counter it. I want to go for a Shift Gear. Expecting a swap here. I don't know what else it would have, and they forfeit. Great, another game. This might be the highest win count I ever get, thanks to just forfeits. Specs Dragonite claiming all forfeits on the ladder. We'd love to see it. You know, I do feel bad, but I do feel like the sooner we get to like, not necessarily high elo or high ladder, but like just reasonable ladder where you can like, again, I mentioned earlier, you should always underpredict in the ladder. That's not fun. I always like to like go for like fun reads and stuff like that. So the faster we get to a place where that's like a reasonable playstyle, the better. So this is a bit rough watching about a million Dracovish sweeps, but if it gets us to the place we want to be sooner, all the better. I like Pelipper as a lead, again, just because I'm trying to get that rain up as soon as possible. However, I think that Cloyster lead is so likely. So I like Magearna because it eats everything from everyone that isn't Incineroar. It loses a bit of momentum versus Tangrowth, but if I see that, then I'll probably go right out to my Dragonite. Cloyster comes out. That's kind of what I suspected. I'm going to Thunderbolt off the rip in case they Shell Smash off the rip, because they will be faster and they will get that Spadef drop before me. Hopefully they're not dumb enough to just do this in front of a Magearna. And their Liquidation, they surpass all of my expectations. My wildest expectations are all surpassed. So Magearna is a great wall breaker. I of course have Gear Grind on it to be more of a sweeper, but you can always like claim one kill with the thing and then follow up with just like a massive Twinkle Tackle. But of course we're seeing an Incineroar. I'm not going to screw around with that. I'm going to go and reduce the firepower with the rain, and then I can subsequently set up my next sweeper. I'll U-turn back out. The slow U-turn is just mwah, beautiful. A slow Pelipper is great because you get those slow U-turns, which I'll get right here to set up my... I guess I'll go to Swampert. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, it gives you the slow U-turn to get out to your offensive Pokemon. But also, As we've seen several times already, being the slower weather setter Pokemon gives you an advantage in lead matchups, which is not something to be underestimated. I kind of want to Ice Punch, because that covers a Tangrowth swap in too. But we won't, because they stay in like a dummy. Swampert, super threatening. I have played my fair share of Gen 7 and Gen 6 Swamperts as and against it. On the verge of meta defining, I would say, and so I'm not surprised that's putting in good work here. We're going to see Tangrowth come out. I'm going to go to my 4x Grass Resist Dragonite Energy Ball, so it's probably a more special set than a Giga Drain. Ooh, excuse me. This Hurricane is about to nuke something. Yep. Don't sleep on Choice Specs Dragonite. I think if this was more of a competitive set, you would do a Life Orb. That way you get a bit of mix, so even uninvested, its Dragon Claw is going to be really powerful. So maybe instead of Fire Blast, I could have like a Fire Punch or an Earthquake or something to get that mix set, and the Life Orb lets you swap up between the two. But HPI is probably coming out here. Let's see. Dazzling Gleam. Huh, you don't say. I guess I'll Waterfall. Only reason I win is if they go to Dragapult, but that'd be pretty audacious against the Swampert. But yeah, it's definitely not competitive, but when I'm thinking, I'm glad to be playing Nat decks because I can do some sillier team compilations. This is one of the first ones I thought of. An absolute favorite of mine in an untraditional set. It's caught a lot of people sleeping so far. Have we clicked a non-Hurricane thus far, though? It's just such a good move. I love a Specs, uh-oh. Eggs. I was going to say, I love Specs, Tornadus too. That's incredible in the rain. I think if this wasn't a meme team, that's probably the role that this would be instead. And then I'd have like a Hurricane instead of Defog on my Pelipper, but... well, no, if it's Specs, maybe not. Probably a Life Orb. Hard to say. Okay, I think Magearna eats everything pretty well. Or I can go to Draco. Yeah, no, Magearna's good. Ice Beam. Only thing it doesn't cover is an Incineroar. Covers these two pretty nicely. Actually, it's not going to Incineroar. Who am I kidding? Thunderbolt's way better, because I think Incineroar's a decently likely swap in right now. Opponent doesn't have a Mega Pokemon right now. I haven't seen a lot of Megas from my opponent in general. Kind of weird. Maybe they don't know about it. That's the thing with it. Just this meta seems so swollen with mechanics to me. There's Z moves and there's the new Pokemon. Of course, Dynamax is gone, but that wasn't always the case. There's Mega Evolutions that, like, I was putting this own team together. It was one of my first Nat Dex team build. I went, ah, crap. Like, I should probably throw on a Z move on someone, right? All right. it was almost like an obligation, which is silly, of course. But I'll go Pelipper. Screw it. Then I'll U-turn. They should. No, they might stay in. Nope, they don't. They go to Dragapult. We get only a crit is 25%. That's crazy. But we get the burn. Probably seals it. I'll U-turn out. If they kill my Pelipper with a Thunderbolt, then I go to... Oh, they Outrage. That is not enough, my dude. Floor Cannon. I might as well actually make this a Twinkle Tackle. There's a 90% miss chance. I'm definitely not saving it for Incineroar or anything. So we claim another win. How long are we? We're at 18 minutes on the recording. Okay, so I can get a lot of games here. This is hype. We're already up to, after 2 lives, only 1,200. That is actually, that's very surprising. I think we've lost about 2 games total. 1,242. So we're a little bit higher. We're a little bit higher. Maybe I'll get that 1,300 in the live there. What's top 500 ladder look like? Oh god, I shouldn't be asking that. Now we're getting in trouble. If I start competing for top 500 again, then we're in real trouble. 1,500, so much lower than regular OU. I don't know why that sometimes it's different than others in terms of like how the elo distributed. I'm sure there's a system there. Excuse me. But if that's the case, if we get to 1,300, then we're already like not far from top 500. That'd be funny, because I am not going to get too competitive with this series. Again, I want to kind of take it easy until the DLC comes out. So it'd be funny if, like, completely using joke meme teams, I do get top 500. I think that'd be pretty cool. So maybe it's a latent goal of ours. I'm taking the time. Let's get another. I'm in a very, very winning position anyway, so I'm not worried about balancing 2 teams with this one. Losing my voice all of a sudden. But we're gonna see Nistic here, and they've got their own weather, of course. I really like Dracovish against this team, except they've got 2 fantastic Dracovish counters. So it might seem antithetical what I'm saying, but like all 4 of these lose super hard to Dracovish once these 2 are out of the way. That's dead. I'll Thunderbolt. Excuse me. I'm sorry, it's probably about poor auditory experience. Take the game. GG. Back to this one though. Choosing a lead is kind of tough. My Swampert will be doing decent. Depends on the Celesteela's build. The Ferrothorn in general is going to be a big problem. It's going to depend very closely on how smart I am with my Dragonite here. In fact, I suspect them as a lead. I'm going to go Ferrothorn to get up some hazards. Yep, that's exactly what we get. They should completely suspect that they wall my, excuse me, Dragonite. So I'm going to go for this off the rip. Crap. Well, that went poorly. They don't know we're choice locked. But I think they're going to Toxapex regardless. Perhaps Toxapex seems decently likely to me. Perhaps Glysaur. I like Swampert. Of course, it makes sense to get it up in the rain, so it gets that Swift Swim boost. But where's that wink emoji? I'm getting a lot of use out of it. Yeah, this is one of the swap-ins I expected. It doesn't have that speed boost, of course, but it's still extremely threatening. I like the EQ a lot here because it probably kills it if it stays in, and more importantly, gets all of that all-important chip on the Ferrothorn. What will this do? 30, 40? Depends on its build. 37, probably a mixed build given by that. I could superpower now. That's a tough choice. I'm not sure if I'll go for a Grass Move. I'm going to play it defensive and go for Dragonite here. The Leech Seed, I'm expecting a Protect, so I'll Fire Blast on the Protect. It's going to get back up to full. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm worried about getting back up to full. Yeah, that was a mistake. It's back up to full now. But we're probably going to see a swap to Toxapex here. I could set up with my Magearna. Magearna in general is not bad versus any of these 3 too. Maybe I'll do that. It takes something from Glysaur and kills with Ice Beam. Twinkle Tackle does a ton versus T-Tar. We're going to see Chansey instead. That's the worst matchup of the ones that I could get, actually. That blows. I'll go to Pelipper and set up some Rain. Hopefully this Chansey doesn't have Stealth Rocks. I got to imagine it's Ferrothorn instead, but it could be a Spiker. Glysaur could be the Stealth Rocker. T-Tar could be the Stealth Rocker. Hard to tell. This is actually, it says a lot that I'm only just now processing this, but this is an extremely defensive team for my opponent. So I'm going to play very carefully around it. T-Tar comes out. They don't want me getting that weather up. I'm going to go to... I want to go Swampert this time and Superpower. That punishes the Stay-In. It also punishes the Ferrothorn. Again, Swampert is mainly thought of as this crazy speed threat, but it's very good even when it's slower too. It's just a Wall Breaker. Please be a 2-hit KO. Oh, it is, thank God. They might Protect here to get some Leftovers chip. Man, my lighting has probably gotten pooched right now. We're seeing a sudden snowstorm right now where I am. That's kind of crazy. But anyways, enough of that. Probably a Glysaur or a Toxapex here. I'm going to go for Earthquake. I go Glysaur. If I had Ice Punch, that would have been so devastating. I don't really think I'm that threatened by this thing. It might get a Toxic off on me, but I'm willing to trade 67% for that. So I'm going to Protect right here. I'm going to go to Dragonite again. Renew that offensive pressure. I could go to... Actually, I think Pelipper's a little bit better. Again, as I mentioned, it's going to get another Protect off. That sucks. I always forget about that mechanic. But yeah, my Dragonite has like 4 very low accuracy moves. So getting the rain up is pretty important. But my opponent is insistent on removing that. They're going to go for Stealth Rock here, probably. We burn them. That's the thing when you keep swapping in so aggressively with Pelippers. You're kind of going to get burned. I like D-Knight. I'll keep going Swampert. I'm getting it in frequently, so maybe getting that Toxic in was not optimal. But I think a Waterfall's really good here. Because I didn't think there was any way they were going to Ferrothorn. 37%, so it is a very, very offensive build. I'll go to Ferrothorn, get up my own hazards. On the Leech Seed is what I'm guessing here. I gotta get some hazards for all the swapping that's going on. Go to Stealth Rock right now. I wonder who they'll go to. I'm at the Glysaur. Actually, maybe the Celesteela. I'm wondering who their Defogger is, but it's hard to predict. I'll Body Press. Again, this Ferrothorn is the key matchup here. The sooner I can kill this, the better. So Body Press is great. I'd be surprised if they let this thing die. So I wonder, I think I might Leech Seed here. But killing this thing would be so good. This is a difficult 50-50. If they stay in, I 1000% want to do a body press because it's like such a pivotal matchup. But my opponent, I might be giving them too much credit. My opponent should recognize that same thing and protect it in swapping. And if they swap, then a leech seed is emphatically a better move. I'm going to give my opponent the benefit of the doubt. They've been playing well so far. They protect. Okay, well, body press then. They probably will still swap. They probably did that protect again, realizing their Ferrothorn is important. Okay, we'll do that. I'll get up a leech seed. Maybe they go to their Ferrothorn on the leech seed and then protect again, just giving it more and more chip back. That's exactly what they do. I'll Stealth Rock on their protect as a flex. I know what you're up to, man. Or I could go to my Dragonite. It's taking some Stealth Rock chip there, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I could probably get off a free Defog 2 with my own Pelipper. I like that idea. I'm going to lose some health with... keeping my Weather Setter alive is so important, but this Defog will be nice for my Dragonite. My Dragonite's pretty pivotal here. They're going to Leech Seed to get some health back. That's fine. I'm going to go D-Knight. Probably on the T-Tar. That's exactly what happens. I wonder if Draco Meteor kills, man. Probably not. I'll go back to Pelipper on the Stealth Rocks. Defog. I wonder if it even has a rock move. If it rock slides, I die here. So this might be a misplay. We'll see. Okay, now we get the Defog off again successfully. That's awesome. I wonder if we're going to see... This is like... This reeks pretty strongly of stall to me, so we might see Toxic Spikes here. Toxic Spikes would really suck for me. I'm not sure. I'm not going to sweat it too much. I think Swampert is going to take damage here, but that's a great... I think that's the best play for me. I'll Earthquake. They might go to Celesteela. Celesteela would really hurt me. I think they're going to go Celesteela. Go with the Baneful Bunker instead. Oh, the Swampert's dead. I think that might be the game. It's very early to be calling that, but I think that might be the game just because it's such a pivotal Pokemon to my offense. They're gonna do that. Good play. I like Magearna here. Dracovish, of course, is useless until I clear these two, and they're both at a very healthy health. I wonder, it seems pretty Fizz Def from that. I bet a couple Hurricanes could really do a number on my opponent. I think I might go into it in Draco Meteor here. I like that. The only reason I wouldn't do that is if we see the Celesteela, which we are going to now. I'll go to Dracovish as a double to that. No, they're going to go to Chansey instead. Interesting. I guess it's a better special wall than Celesteela, but still a little bit surprising. They might still not know that I'm specs yet, but given by how much damage I'm doing and the fact that I'm not taking Life Orb chip, they absolutely should, but it's hard to predict. I've got Rain up. I feel like they should be going Toxapex now, but if they go Ferrothorn, I could 2-hit KO. So I'm going to go for that in case my opponent gets greedy and goes to Toxapex. And if it stays in, like, gosh, that'd be fantastic. It's claiming kill on anyone that isn't one of these two. And in Rain, it might even like manage a 2-hit KO. I don't think I'll lose too much momentum here if that's the case. So we do claim a kill. Great. So there's one for me, one for my opponent. Swampert being gone, I think they definitely have the advantage. I need to keep that thing healthy. I was probably a bit too quick to trade a Toxic with that. I don't think this thing has Toxic Spikes, which is a big relief. I think I should go for Stealth Rock here. I wonder if they're going to go to their own, though. They do. I'll trade a Body Press with their Stealth Rocks. And then I will go to... Pelipper lives when I can get off a Roost. That's fine. I've been too slow to go for a Roost with my Pelipper so far. It's less important now, of course, with my Swampert dead, but I still got two very good threats in. So I'll Roost here, probably on the Leech Seed. If I had Hurricane, I could even threaten this thing enough to get some damage off. But that's not going to be the case. What if I want to Scald? I'll probably do only about 30%, but then I can win the Weather Wheel in the future. I think I might. They don't seem to have a Rock-type move. They refuse to use a Rock-type attack. That is even less than I thought. Good God. That did so little damage even with the defense drop. I'm very confident in a Roost here. I want to defog these rocks off again at some point. I wonder if my opponent will go to Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn would be a good play at this point. They don't want to do that. I wonder if I'll eat a Toxic this turn. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my opponent's going for. Probably a Toxic. Probably a Toxic. But getting these rocks off might be better. Just to allow my Dragonite to put on pressure. So what's going to happen, I'm going to U-turn this turn now. If they go to Ferrothorn, that would suck because I would take some Rocky Helmet chip. But I would also get offensive pressure, so that's not the end of the world. Go to this. I think a Body Press is pretty great here. Because I can 2-hit KO the Ferrothorn if it comes in. And if it stays in, then the Chansey's taking some chip too. Chansey can't threaten me at all though, so there's no reason why it's staying in. It's just letting Stealth Rocks it up for free if it does that. Body Press. Okay, they're going to go to Glysaur. Get their Toxic Orb up. They're probably a little bit worried about that. I'll go for Stealth Rock this turn. I can't imagine this thing staying in though. I think I'm going to Body Press again. They knock off, okay. Maybe they Roost here. I'll Leech Seed. I should be going for my Stealth Rock in all these turns, but if I can get a Body Press on my opponent, that'd be so clutch. Okay, probably don't have Roost if they have Protect. I'm going to Body Press this turn. No, they just want to stay in. Dang. I could have gotten this. I could have gotten a Leech Seed or a Stealth Rock up so much sooner. I'm having a hard time anticipating this Glysaur. Works this turn. I'll Leech Seed this turn. I've been shown that I'm so willing to go to Body Press that I'd be pretty shocked if they go to Ferrothorn this turn. And if I Leech Seed this turn, they're going to be definitely threatened out. Okay, consider me pretty shocked. Okay, I'll Body Press this turn. The fact that this thing doesn't have Body Press means that I win this matchup. My opponent doesn't really have a way to beat this Ferrothorn in general, actually. I could probably just beat them in the slow game right now. I go for a Stealth Rock. I'm going to Stealth Rock on their Protect to let them know that I'm in their head. I know exactly what you're doing, brother. I'll Body Press again just to force them out. If they stay in, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Then my Dracovish is opened up in a big way. I'll Leech Seed, I guess. I got to get health back with this thing's leftovers knocked off, so not quite a reason to swap out at this point. I'll Body Press again in case they swap here, because the Leech Seed is pretty obvious now, especially after I threatened it on the Protect. Dang, they keep getting me. That's actually so frustrating. I'm having a hard time against this stall. They Earthquake again. Man, they really got me. I think I have to go Pelipper here. I can't let this thing die. Gonna Earthquake again. They knock off. They got me there. Scald would kill them. I'm gonna go to, I guess, Dracovish or Magearna. Magearna's close to a sweep. Magearna's very close to a sweep. I think I'm gonna play around that as my win con. I'll Psychic Fangs this turn. If they go to Ferrothorn, that would blow. They probably will this turn now. Maybe their T-Tar. Dragonite's gonna take too much damage if I go to it right now. I guess I'll go to Magearna. Can we get that in? Am I faster? Hard to tell. That's very hard to tell. I'm max speed, so I'm probably faster. I'll go for Floor Cannon. Or do I want to shift gear right now? This thing's not getting enough recovery that it really matters. Hopefully Twinkle Tackle kills. I don't know though. This is a head calc that I do not remotely claim to possess. Not even close. Not even close. That really sucks. Gosh, this is gonna be impossible to break now. You get the para, that helps. I have to go to Dracovish. This is my win con. I mean, losing the Z move sucks, but there's no one else that would really use it for. Like, comes close to dying to a Thunderbolt, dies to an Ice Beam, 2-hit KO with Thunderbolt, close to dying to an Ice Beam, maybe, I'm not sure. They should absolutely be threatened by a Vicious Rend here. That's a good amount, actually, all things considered. They're going to Baneful Bunker this turn. I'll go to Magearna again. This thing's dead, but I'll keep it as a sack fodder. I don't see a good reason not to go for a Thunderbolt right now. No, because they're just going to go to Chansey. This Chansey's going to win. Yeah, I have nothing to beat the Chansey. There's no way to win with the Chansey. Okay, I'm going to call it. Okay, That's gonna do it. Weird way to end. We get like 20 games in like that, and then we have this long, slow 67 turn stall battle. But again, I think I called it very early, but I think that Swampert death really kind of cost me the match. If I played a little bit smarter with my Dracovish, I should have realized sooner that the crux point was this Chansey, because I don't have a way to beat it without the Dracovish and the Swampert healthy. And my opponent was definitely targeting these two with its own plays. So I just got straight up outplayed, which I'm happy to see. After claiming like 40 forfeits, I was okay with losing that way. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys around. Take it easy.